Hello, my perps. This here is Ewanwood Army, reminding you that we pay the cops' salary. So go ahead and call them up for whatever wackadoo reason you like. Just like these next folks. Man wants to know legality of practicing with ninja swords in public parks. Well, if you practice enough, no one will see you. Singing neighbor is a methy person. Ice, ice, baby. Woman suspects husband of practicing witchcraft. Man with ZZ Top beard hosts tattoo party. Bat flies into home to celebrate Christmas in July. All mattresses must go. Nobody beats the bat. Nobody. Man reports himself for not reporting a crime. Well, he told on himself, so that's snitching. And if I snitch, who's going to tell on me? Teen needs to examine his zipper.
That's right, officer. His barn door was wide open.
A man was punching himself in the face. Some incompetent burglars posted photos of themselves on Facebook burglarizing a house. An officer on patrol reported seeing a 2007 Mercury weaving in and out of traffic. The driver ignored an attempt to pull him over, including pulling alongside, beeping the horn with lights and siren going, and finally using the squad car's PA system. The man continued to drive at a high speed while talking on his phone, until finally pulling over. Even after exiting his vehicle, the man reportedly kept talking on his phone, even while an officer was attempting to perform sobriety tests. A portable breath test indicated the man's blood alcohol content was 0.18, which is more than twice the legal limit of 0.08. After being arrested and placed in a holding cell, the man reportedly was combative, at one point pulling out his dentures, throwing them on the floor, and kicking them across the room. A party came to the station making claims that organized crime is harassing him in various ways, including breaking into his home but not stealing anything. Party also states that oversized children are breaking into his home and moving things around. A man sleeping near a business woke up to find medics and police standing by. A witness called 911 after seeing 3 white male teens throw a watermelon at the sleeping man's head. The suspects ran off.
A Walmart caller reported an unknown person took a knife and damaged about 150 bags of Mission tortillas. A woman called to report that one of her friends had texted her that her house was on fire. The woman thought that must be code for something. Turns out the woman's friend's house was actually on fire, and the fire department was on scene. A drunk guy was trying to direct traffic with a flashlight. A man said someone threatened to mess you up, old man. A resident reported that 5 kids had gotten into an argument about a game of hide-and-seek. One of the kids had used the S word. An officer told the kids to talk out their issues calmly, not to swear, and to stop yelling because no one wants to play with a yeller.
Slipshod?
A caller reported her nephew broke into her home, stole items, and left behind heroin. Kids were standing on a frozen pond. The caller thought it was okay for adults to be standing on the ice, since they know how dangerous that can be. But the kids shouldn't be out there. A store owner reported that there was a woman pretending to shop. The owner wanted the woman to either shop for real or leave his store.
Yeah, shop or get off the pit.
A man called police to let them know he had gotten into a fight with a friend while driving down the highway. The man ended the fight by jumping out of the moving vehicle. A resident called 911 because they saw some youths skateboarding in the park and assumed they were up to no good. A man was just sitting in his vehicle not doing anything. A mother reported that her son had apparently run away with his vape buddies. A man reported that his car was stolen. When asked for a description of the vehicle, he reported that it was full of cat food and other cat-related items. A caller said a woman came to his house and stole his medication 15 minutes prior. He said she is a cousin, but he forgot her name. A caller said someone crashed into the ditch. Deputies found a pair of pants were left behind, along with a driver's license. A caller said he got home and found the gate to his house was busted open, and someone took a 1978 Cutlass. He said he thinks it was his daughter's ex-boyfriend who owned the car. A bank and trust caller requested a welfare check on a woman they were unable to reach for mortgage payments. A person at the home told an officer the woman had been dead for a few years. A caller reported a man knocked on his door saying he needed to drop off a shovel. The caller said the man was shaky and said he needed to make it to the birthday party.
Sounds like Wart Jr.
1:35 a.m. A caller reported he just got home and a sweaty man wandering the neighborhood asked him for a pickaxe. A woman walked into the police department to report she had been missing a gun for about a year. A caller reported a man was waving around money, banging on doors, and pulling on windows. An officer on the scene found the man left $1 on the door, and no crime was committed. November 24th, 9:23 p.m. A caller reported two men in their 30s dressed as clowns who said they were the late-night trick-or-treaters. The caller called back to say he would release his hounds. A caller reported someone tried to turn her door handle, and they took the fire extinguisher from the hall and left dirty socks in its place. A caller asked to file a police report because someone was banging on walls a couple of hours ago. An officer told her no. A caller reported his girlfriend stole his wallet, set the oven on fire, and left to drive to Oklahoma. You did a dirt job.
This is Ewanwood Army saying goodbye for now, and remember, traitors got a trait.